Wow. And in other places, different places of the world. Now this is the place myself I don't know, you see? But there are these stones here, my friends, which look like some petrified animal that was just there in the field grazing, and something happened, it was turned to stone. This is crazy. Or maybe it's just geography, natural occurrence of stones or something like that. You tell me. Wow. Oh my god. Science people, are you seeing this? Look at this creature. Small man from where? Oh, what's up there? What's going on here, my friends? Oh, this is crazy. These are encounters of people here being disturbed by small human-like creatures. Others look like fairies or what people call fairies, while others looks like the duendes or short people. Ha! Whoa! Some guys there are playing football and one passed. Oh my god. Whoa, brother man also almost fainted there. Look at these ones. My friends, do you think these are normal insects? I don't think insects have skeletons like this. You see, I've seen many insects and none has a skeleton. I've never seen even an insect with bones. Unless where you come from there, leave comments and tell us. Whoa, 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 whoa. Strange creatures accidentally caught on camera. Oh my friends, this one definitely was accidentally caught on camera. Look at this one. Hey, extremely strange creature that knows even how to ride a boat. Oh, or this is just another good vibes human with overgrown hair in their body. You leave comments. Why do they look like that? Oh my god, this is creepy. Looks like they're even putting on a suit or something. What are these things now? My god. Oh my god. But what's even more interesting is that they are not even asking the humans around. Oh my. And another one there in the woods in the forest had gone to get some firewood. Just like some human had gone to do. Oh my god. Look at this. My friends, is this Predator or what?
Lights are flashing like crazy.
It's moving now.
Getting this on tape?
Oh my god, look
Wow,
at
I
that.
think it's
There he
amazing.
is.
I've never
See
seen
it?
anything like it.
There. Oh my god. Oh no. Look, there it is. See it? Oh my god.
You see that? Lights are flashing like crazy.
Moving now.
You getting this on tape?
Oh my god, look
Wow, I
at that.
think it's
There he
amazing.
is.
I've never
See
seen
it?
anything like it.
There. Oh my god. Oh no. Look, there it is. It's moving now. See it? Oh my god.
My friends, are you seeing this? What? Looks like some metal just decided to float in the air. Oh. And some people believe that this might be UFOs. Wait a minute. How are they even able to do that? In mid-air, just take a pose, it's like it's on parking mode, and it's in the air. Oh my god, this is crazy stuff. How can you explain this? There's no visible creatures inside that stuff. Oh, and it just disappeared like that. My god. These are mind-blowing stuff here that we see. You see? And myself, I have no explanation for this, my friends. You see? Unless we now all combine our minds and come up with something. Leave some comment there. What do you think this could be? How is it moving like this? You see? It's like this thing does not recognize gravity at all. Yeah. Look! This is very abnormal. And what's even more abnormal is this guy from another place doing those kinesis stuff you have been seeing, my friends. Hey, and this one is serious. You can see what he's doing with the bottle. Do you think there's a string attached to that bottle? Leave your comments. Oh. Look at this. The good vibes human here brought a new man to their shed, to their chicken shed. Look how the hens adore this one, you see? They are probably admiring you. Oh, everyone coming near, they are happy, my friends, you see? They're excited to see the new cock here. They are saying, oh my god, it's like we have just been brought a friend, you see? It's good vibes, that one. These animals are great, my friends, just like yourself.
A study just recently came out that was able to measure which emotion produces the most powerful frequency out of the human body, and it wasn't love. This emotion was 4,000 times stronger than love. The study is called the Spain Scale of Emotion Research Project, and that's spelled SPANE. In this research project, they were able to gather 25,000 subjects and put them all in the room, where they were able to take instruments that could measure the frequencies being emitted from the human body. And these instruments were so precise that they could isolate different emotions that humans were experiencing based off of the frequency that was being emitted from their bodies. These instruments were so precise that they were able to isolate the differences between anger, frustration, passion, joy, arousal, sadness, any emotion you could think of. And the most powerful emotion that was detected by these instruments was authenticity. The frequency that authenticity emitted through the human body was 4,000 times stronger than the frequency emitted from love. True power comes from being your authentic self, and now this is scientifically proven. So the key to raising your vibration is loving yourself enough to be real, to be authentic, to tell the truth, to believe in what you say, to believe in yourself.
You're a good vibe soul. Wonderfully made. And then there's this UFOs in space station. Wow, look at my friends. This is allegedly is a image or a video of the space station. This one is way above the clouds, above the earth, and there are stuff there. What looks like satellites? Oh my god. What's even more crazy is the creatures that are moving around it. Wait, you see they have always told us that it's impossible to go above the firmament. You see? But now I'm surprised. There are creatures there hovering around the satellites in space. In space, my friends. Are you understanding this stuff here, or you're also surprised as myself? You see? Please hit the like button and leave your comments about this. This is very weird. Are you seeing those what looks like lighting stuff or lighting creatures moving around that satellite or that thing? What are those things? What are those now?
I'm not going to say too much. I'm not going to say anything. Research this. The people that say they hear trumpets in the sky, this is how it's done. It's Tesla technology. When you look up a Tesla coil, they make music with a Tesla coil. So I put this up 7, at least.
Is the Apostle John still alive? Now, I know how insane that must sound, because trust me, when I first heard that, I was like, there's no way. That's absolutely insane to even think that. But once I dove into scripture, y'all, I started to see things pop out at me that I never saw before. And to be honest, it was fascinating. Now, I have to preface all of this by saying that this is not a salvation issue whatsoever. So don't get all mad at me in the comments before you even hear what I have to say, all right? What I'm gonna do is back up this theory that John is still alive using scripture, and you can believe what you wanna believe. Okay, so here we go. The first hint that John is still alive comes in John chapter 21. To set the scene, this is when Jesus has breakfast with his disciples on the beach after his resurrection. And when he asks Peter 3 times, "Do you love me?" Right after this, Jesus basically tells Peter that he is going to be martyred and crucified for his faith at some point when he's older. But then Peter starts to freak out a little bit. He looks back at John, and this is where we pick it up in John 21, verse 21. So when Peter saw him, John, he asked Jesus, "Lord, and what about this man? What is his future?" Jesus said to him, "If I want him to stay alive until I come again, what is that to you? You follow me." So this word went out among the brothers that this disciple, John, was not going to die. Yet Jesus did not say to him that he was not going to die, but only, "If I want him to stay alive until I come again, what is that to you?" Okay, so I want you to hold on to these verses because we're going to come back to them at the end. If anything, at first glance, we can read this and start to question, why would Jesus even say something like this to begin with? Obviously, he was making a point that Peter needs to focus on his own path rather than John's. But is there something more going on here? Let's look at clue number 2. In Christian records from that time, after Jesus ascended, we see some really interesting things surrounding John compared to the other disciples, and in particular, how they were all martyred. If you didn't know, nearly all of the disciples faced excruciating and terrible deaths because of their faith in Jesus. I won't mention all of these for the sake of time, but you could see that the way that they suffered was horrible, to say the least. After my studies, the part that I find really interesting though, is the assumption that John died of old age in Ephesus. Did you know that all of the disciples' deaths were accounted for and recorded, all except for John? John's death was never verified. There's no account for it at all, only speculation and assumptions. Because logically, everyone has to be unalived at some point, right? We get even more clues to this because the Romans tried to kill John multiple times. And by a complete miracle, nothing happened to him. Just watch this. In other Christian writings, it describes how Roman Emperor Domitian commanded that John be boiled alive in a pot of oil. This pot of oil was around 6 feet tall and was placed in the center of the Colosseum so everyone could watch. As they were putting him in the oil, it was written that John never stopped preaching, and he came out completely unscathed, no burns at all. And obviously, because the crowd was witnessing all of this, many of them converted to Christianity because how in the world can you even explain something like that? The God he follows must be real. On top of this, it's also recorded that there was another attempt on John's life when he was forced to drink poison. But as promised in Mark 16:18, it didn't hurt him whatsoever. And thus, because of these failed attempts, John was banished to the island of Patmos in AD 97. One of the other verses that just jumped off the page at me when I was looking into this was Luke 9:27. Jesus was speaking to the disciples and he said, "But I tell you the truth, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the kingdom of God." I mean, what? Things are starting to add up here, right? And no, we're not even close to being done. Let's continue because this is where things get nuts. You may be wondering to yourself, just like I did, why would Jesus even allow John to remain alive in the first place? I mean, there has to be a good reason for it, right? And oh, there is. There are only 2 verses in the whole Bible that speak of a witness that must come and prophesy near the time of the end. Pay attention to this. These verses contain prophecy that is yet to be fulfilled. The first one comes in Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. "Behold, I will send you" who? "Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord." Okay, Elijah, we got you. That one is clear. The second verse is found in Revelation 10:11, and this is where John is experiencing a vision from heaven, and he's speaking to an angel of the Lord. "Then they, the angels, said to me, John, you must prophesy again concerning many peoples and nations and languages and kings." Do y'all see it yet? Who is the Bible referring to in these 2 verses? The 2 witnesses of Revelation. The Bible literally tells you who they are. Elijah will prophesy at the end and John will prophesy to the nations. Both of these verses have yet to take place. And also, I find it extremely interesting that all of Revelation 10 describes how John is communicating to the angel and the angel tells him to take the scroll or the little book and to eat it. Y'all remember that story, right? The little book would taste sweet like honey in his mouth, but then would become sour in his stomach. All of this essentially signified that God was giving him words to prophesy in the future in his mouth that would speak life. But these words would also be hard to take from those who hear it. So we have Revelation 10 that paints this whole picture. And then in the very next chapter, who do we see show up in Jerusalem to prophesy? The two witnesses. I mean, could it be that the Apostle John is still alive and has been protected by God for 2,000 years, getting ready for his appointed time to prophesy to the nations alongside Elijah? Because remember, the two witnesses are unalived by only one thing that has the power to do so, and that is the beast that comes up from the bottomless pit. John has not fulfilled Revelation 10:11 yet, which means that he would still be alive somewhere today. Now, I know all the other theories on who the two witnesses are, but today I wanted to present you with some biblical knowledge that you probably won't hear at church on Sundays. So could it be true? Is John still alive? I just gave you Bible for it, so you can decide for yourself. I'm just going to go ahead and leave you with this because I told you that I would come back to it. Let's go ahead and read John 21 verses 21 through 23 again and see if you pick up on anything. So when Peter saw him, John, he asked Jesus, "Lord, and what about this man? What is his future?" Jesus said to him, "If I want him to stay alive until I come again, what is that to you? You follow me." So this word went out among the brothers that this disciple, John, was not going to die. Yet Jesus did not say to him that he was not going to die, but only, "If I want him to stay alive until I come again, what is that to you?" So Jesus made it clear that yes, indeed, John was going to die at some point. But if he wanted John to remain alive until he comes again, then so be it. It was right there in front of our faces the whole time. And you know what? Just for fun, if you want another verse that drops another hint, look at this one in Revelation 1:9. "I, John, who also am your brother and companion," which means with you, "in what? Tribulation." I mean, come on. The Bible is so good. Just go ahead and let me know your thoughts in the comments and if you think John is still alive or not. This ought to be interesting. And make sure to follow if you enjoy Bible content like this. God bless.
Oh man, leave your comments. Is John still alive? Or is John? Are you watching?
Atlantean times have
Yes.
destroyed ourselves more than once.
Oh, yes. And of course, also attracted many of what you would call natural disasters, such as asteroidal impacts and earthquakes and volcanoes and so forth.
Did we attract those or Mother Earth attract those?
Well, depends on what history you're creating for yourself at this particular moment. Since you used the word Atlantis, we will assume you're still creating a similar scenario in your history at this moment. Because that is what destroyed it ultimately, was a cometary asteroidal impact into the Atlantic Ocean that caused what you would call a tsunami.
Huh. That's new. Did you know that? Oh, this is what goes on. When you mix 10% of blue with 90% of red, you get the color band red. Huh. This is incredible. But when you take some 30% of the color blue and mix it with a little percent of like 70 of red, you come up with the maroon color. Ah, wow. Did you know this? Oh, and 50% of black, 50% of red, you come up with black. Oh, and to form deep indigo, you need like 70% of the blue color mixed together with 30% of the black one. And the Prussian blue, you need 90% of the blue color and 10% of red color. Did you know that?
Anyone else be seeing this shit today, but like I'm looking at the reflection of the sun in the water right now, and you see there's like a rainbow around it. Like, you look up, I'm gonna try to block out the sun. Does anyone else see that? There's a huge like rainbow just going around the sun. That's fucking sick.
Wow. Put verbs on the way, please.
Alright, you need to check out this foreshadow of Samson and Jesus. Judges 16 verse 29 to 30. Then Samson grasped the two middle pillars on which the house rested and braced himself against them, the one with his right hand and the other with his left. And Samson said, "Let me die with the Philistines." and he pushed outwards powerfully, so that the house fell on the governors and all of the people who were in it, and the dead whom he killed at his death were more than those whom he killed during his lifetime. And now Samson had 7 locks of hair, Judges 16 verse 19, representing the 7 spirits of God, the source of his strength. Jesus is described as the lamb having the 7 horns, 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits. Right, so here are the 7 locks and the 7 spirits. So firstly, the Spirit of the Lord, Spirit of wisdom, Spirit of understanding, Spirit of counsel, Spirit of might, Spirit of knowledge, and the Spirit of the fear of the Lord. Here's where a bit of that foreshadow comes in. So Samson sacrificed himself to destroy the temple and overcame his enemies. Jesus sacrificed himself. He tore the veil, destroyed his body, which is the temple, and overcame the world. Samson, with his head bowed down, he prayed and cried out to God. Then he pushed outwards against the pillars, destroying himself and the temple. Jesus cried out to God with a loud voice, gave up his spirit, bowed his head, destroying himself, which is the temple, and also tore the veil of the temple in two, the 2 pillars. So in the same way that Samson pushed the 2 pillars apart, destroying the temple, Jesus tore the veil apart and destroyed his body, which is the temple, as well as destroying the literal temple just as Samson did. There's also a little bit of a Easter egg, I suppose you could say, in this picture here. So if you've purchased this book, I want to know if you've found the Easter egg. In fact, there are actually 2 Easter eggs in here. One of them you will be able to find. The other one you will never know, because I'm actually never going to tell you. I've only ever told one person. So if you've purchased this book and you've looked at this image here, I want you to comment down below what you think the actual Easter egg in this picture is. Let me know.
Please leave your comments below.
This person, no names shall be given, does things that are very much out of alignment, very negative, and yet they never seem to really reap any consequence of this. They don't seem to be subject to the so-called law of karma. That's, again, because karma is not a punishment. The idea may sometimes be that a person's belief systems that are negatively oriented may allow them to experience some negative things in turn, but that's because they're holding on to the negative beliefs that caused them to go out of alignment to begin with, and are still holding on to them, which can attract more negativity as a downward spiral into their lives. However, there are people on your planet, you generally label them as either sociopathic or psychopathic, that simply do not have the awareness within themselves because they've never been taught to, or simply have some particular physical reason for disconnecting from that aspect of their consciousness, so that they do not have the correcting mechanism. They do not know how to take the actions that would bring them back into alignment, because the belief system that they have developed within themselves allows them to believe they are not doing anything that is out of alignment, and therefore they see no reason to activate the karmic actions that would bring them back into alignment, because they don't believe they're out of alignment. So again, this is why some people may continue to do very negative things and never seem in any way, shape, or form to be held responsible for these things. Nothing bad ever seems to happen to them, as people on your planet say. This compartmentalization of beliefs and the belief that you're not doing anything negative because of the lack of connection to the karmic actions necessary to bring you back into alignment is the reason why this can occur. So it's all about allowing people to start understanding, reconnecting, and letting go of the idea that karma has anything at all to do with blame or punishment, and it's simply a device that allows you to take the actions necessary to be who you truly are, to recognize your core vibration, and to bring yourself back into alignment with it. This allows you to begin to really take full responsibility for the things that you create and perceive in your physical reality experience. And as we have said, responsibility is nothing more than the ability
to respond. So karma, being defined as action, is the heightened ability to respond to misalignment by taking the actions necessary to bring yourself back into alignment. That's all karma is, but it is a very powerful tool if used in that way, in its original intention. So allow yourselves to practice letting go of any definition of karma that has anything at all to do with the idea of comeuppance or retribution or revenge, and allow yourself to bring it closer to home as a device that is actively participating in the creation of your life and your reality experience, and can be used every day in the most positive ways to make sure that you are course correcting and allowing yourself to move forward in the most aligned way to your true core being.
Wow. Be the best version of yourself.
Fucking energy. Look at that. You can see the energy inside. Oh my god. Oh yeah. So this is the best time to see if the sun is a sun simulator. All right. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this on. It's a film, red and blue. It sees past the bright ass light. All right. So I'm gonna do that. Red and blue. Red and blue. There you go. See how little that is? Now I'm gonna zoom in. Yep. You can see the circle. Look at that, look at that. That's the heat shield. This big ass thing right here, it's a heat shield. So we'll come closer, getting closer. Let's see if we see a hexagon. That's the only thing I want to know. Damn. Okay, I know what to do. Hold on, ready? Let's go. Oh! I think I got it. Hold on, I gotta zoom in. There it is. There it is. Oh my god, you can see the inside. Yo, look at that. That is a fucking motherfucking simulator. No wonder why they always cover it up. Because they don't want you seeing this. Boy, man. Fucking. Look at that. You can see the fucking light source, the mirror. Whoa. That is sick. Can I get closer? Bro, you can see the fucking energy. Look at that. You can see the energy inside. Oh my god. Oh, it's unplugged like on the side. I lost it. I fucking lost it. Hold on. I gotta zoom back out. There it is. Bro, you guys could see the fucking lights or the energy in it. Oh my god. Break yourself. Break yourself. Zoom in. Bro, those are, look at that light source, dude. Is that like electricity? You know what I'm talking about? That is. Hey, I don't know what to say, but that's our fucking sun simulator. Look at that. You could actually see the fucking energy coming out of that thing. That is gnarly.
Oh my god. Fake sun, honest.
I know this sounds a little bit funny in your language, but really, the strongest way you can express compassion in your life, for yourself and for others, on a certain level, is to not care what other people think of you.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Because you are you. They're not living your life, you are. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Well, you're also, if I may add, by not being your full self, you're depriving your family of an opportunity to see who you actually are.
Okay.
Why would you take away from them the gift of your true being? Why would you deprive the world of the gift you have to give by not being who you truly are? There are people waiting to share things with you, but they can't find you because you're not being the full you.
Oh my god, that's true.
I know, that's why I said it. So, in order to really be bold in life, decide what works for you, decide what does not work for you, and move forward. Yes?
Okay, yes, I will do it.
All right, not because we said so.
No.
Because that's what you really prefer, yes?
Yes.
All right. There is absolutely no circumstance and no situation in life that is inherently difficult. Only your definitions of that situation and your relationship to it make it feel difficult. So change your definition, and the way you experience any situation will also change. Yes?
Yes.
Make sense?
Yes.
Does this help you?
Yes.
Do you believe you can go forward in your life in the way that you prefer to now?
Yes, I will.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Oh, my friends, thanks for watching up to this far. The Dutch police are definitely something different. Whoa! They have some digital parking there. Wow, 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 wow. Look at this one. This one is unbelievable. Eh? Hey, what is this thing? And it's a bike for bikes. How? He is very intelligent. Look at this dog here, who was put outside with a rash there on their neck. Let's see what's up with the dog. And he saw someone coming, approaching. Oh, they went to call their owner. Oh, this is he's a very intelligent dog. You see? These animals are fun. And it comes to alert the owner. Hey, yo, my friend, probably barking. You see, if you have a dog, my friends, and you hear it barking outside there, it always has a reason. You see? Like this one now. It saw that guy. He's probably wondering, why is this good vibes guy of mine ignoring me? Or he's thinking maybe I'm singing one of those dog songs of ours. I'm trying to alert him. There's someone outside here. You see? This dog is wise. That guy there waited for the owner patient. You see? Hoping that the owner will understand their dog.